The Outlanders Journey. Tier 1, Level 0. Chapter 8. Errol, you head back to your room for the night. For the next month, you hope to spend as much time with Ark as you can. He's trying his best to be happy for you, but you know him well enough to tell when he's faking it. You're almost relieved to hear him say his true feelings, that he wishes to journey with you. You wish to be with him, too. If you had a say in the matter, you would, without question, want him to come along with you. Perhaps when you receive the Everlight's blessing, and you fully heal him, you can make an exception to the rules. You two would make a good team. It was a long day, and for the first time in many years, you can sleep in. You don't bother to change. You kick off your shoes and collapse into your bed. The daisies still stuck in your hair. You'll never have to practice reciting your rituals ever again. Despite what you believe to be a lackluster performance, you passed. Maybe, just maybe, this is the one day that you've earned your rest. Sleep comes to you quickly. Be prepared for the real test, High Priestess Vabina would always say. Be ready to put into practice what you have trained for. Always prepare your mind. Always prepare your heart. You enter a lucid dream, and a warmth touches your head once more, this time flowing down to your heart. You open your eyes to find yourself kneeling at the altar of the Everlight. The heat swells, igniting into flames, bursting out of your chest. A voice calls to you. It is both audible and inaudible, like an unspoken language understood from within you. I am with you. I have been with you since the very beginning. Thank you for all that you have done. You know to bow, and you press your forehead to the ground. This is the moment. It has arrived so immediately, so surprisingly. Hours ago, you weren't even sure you deserved this. But now you know how proud High Priestess is, and how much prouder she will be. I am honored to be in your presence. What must I do to receive your blessings? A hand touches your chin and gently guides your head back up. You behold the sacred fire of the Everlight. The voice speaks again. Should you choose me, I hope to lead you through a journey of self-discovery and growth. In your hands, you will lead many to redemption and healing. Your judgment will be a source of salvation for countless people. The figure of a dark-skinned woman steps forward, even more resplendent than any painting you've ever seen. Her hair burns with a bright fire, radiating an inviting heat. She reaches out a hand, and her eyes look back at you eagerly, awaiting your answer. Will you accept my offer? You reach your hand out, ready to take hold of hers. You witness your future self standing tall over millions of faceless followers who bow as you raise a fiery sword to the air. A dream you've always had, being loved and worshipped by all those around you, giving off a presence that is beyond mortality. And in this version of yourself, you feel nothing but dread. A compulsion takes hold of you, once again igniting from your chest. You sense your deepest wishes taking form, your realest, truest, most unequivocal desires rising and spilling out. You open your mouth and say, I can't. You hear yourself gasp, and you put your hands over your mouth. The Everlight's hands pull away, and her form disperses back into the fire. Is your decision final? No, you shout, reaching out again, grasping at the fire as it stretches itself away from you, further and further. No, it's not. I want this. A paralyzing force grabs hold of your heart, tightening and pulling you down. You collapse to your knees, gripping your chest. I am just not ready, but please, I will be. I will. I will. The fires flare up again, and smoke eddies around you. I am the goddess of compassion, forgiveness, and patience. If you do not believe yourself to be worthy yet, if you are unprepared for the task at this moment, I will wait. I have chosen you, but you are not ready to choose me. Should that day come, I will offer you my blessings once more. The fire extinguishes. You blink. You're in the air, floating directly above the altar. A shadowy form is kneeling, praying in the same spot you were during your ritual exam. It reaches its talons towards the fire. It's Ark. He sits silently, but there is no hesitation in his movements. You hear him say, "Yes," and then reach into the flames, holding it up to his chest. His body ignites, engulfed in a giant fire. You scream his name. You feel an instinctive need to save him. You lurch forward, diving towards him, stretching your arms out to catch him. Just before you make contact, you sit up in your bed, opening your eyes to a luminous light outside of your room. You leap out of bed and burst out the door. From the main temple, you see a bright pillar of vertical light, shooting high up into the clouds, so brilliant that it appears to be daytime. The acolytes and guests are pouring outside. From across the hall, High Priestess Vavina rushes out of the room, seeing you. She runs up to you, grabbing your shoulders. Has she given you the vision? I saw Ark in my dreams just now, at the altar. She furrows her brow. Ark? You both look to the temple entrance, and you notice that the double doors are wide open. Someone running across the central grounds shouts that there's a fire inside, and you both instantly bolt across the courtyard. Ark! You shout. Ark! You scamper inside, and you see him hovering above the floor, his wings fully extended. The brace around his left arm and the bandages around his body have burned away. He stares at his body, engulfed in flames. When he finally notices you, he blinks. I don't know how I came here. Before you can respond, High Priestess Vavina stumbles forward, her hands clasped over her mouth as she falls to her knees. She bows, and you hear her declare, "The Chosen." This chapter marks the end of Ark and Errol's prologue/backstory. They have both now reached level 1.